bringing us some live pictures from the home of the former Akwatia MP, and where it is expected that the former Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, will be visiting to also commiserate and with the family of the late MP. We've seen the likes of the clerk to Parliament and, of course, the minority leader, Osahene Alexander Penyomakin, all, visit the home of the late MP to pay tribute to him and to commiserate with his family. There's still some leading figures of the MPP still in the home of the late Akwatia MP. But let's bring you a quick video to show exactly who Ernest Kumi, the late Member of Parliament for Akwatia, is.
Born in Achimwenchi in the Eastern region, Ernest Kumi held a strong academic background in shipping administration, corporate governance, and law. At the time of his passing, he was pursuing his professional legal training at the Ghana School of Law. Before entering Parliament, he served on the Eastern Regional Youth Finance Committee and was active within the NPP's communications machinery. Kumi rose to national prominence in 2020 when he narrowly unseated incumbent MP Mercy Edujemfi, popularly known as Amasei, during the NPP primaries, winning by just 4 votes. The result stirred tensions within the party, although Amasei later abandoned plans to run as independent candidate. Kumi lost the general election that year.
Went through an election and I became the winner. We have extended hand to almost all the persons that were involved in the processes. It is quite unfortunate that our sitting MP is or probably thinking in that direction. And I'm using that advisedly because she has not said that she's going for independent. But my advice is that she shouldn't take such a chance, because there is no way anybody can win as independent in this constituency. No, it's not possible.
In 2023, he reclaimed his political standing by defeating Amasei again, this time with a more comfortable margin of 62 votes. Seeking unity, he embarked on a reconciliation campaign to consolidate his base ahead of the 2024 election. His efforts paid off. In 2024, Ernest Kumi won the Akwatia seat, polling 19,269 votes against the NDC's Henry Iyadom-Boakye, who garnered 17,206 votes. However, the coalition process was delayed amid tensions, prompting the Electoral Commission to relocate the coalition to the National Police Training School under heavy security.
I was very confident. Right from Saturday, it was obvious from our coalition that we had won the results. But then, due to the violence that our brothers on the ND side tried to characterize with the coalition process, we were patient enough for the entire documents or electoral documents to be taken to the police.
Despite his declaration as winner, controversy continued. The NDC filed a petition on December 31, 2024, challenging the results. On January 2, 2025, the High Court in Koforidua issued an injunction preventing Kumi from being sworn in, citing the pending case. Attempts by his legal team to overturn the injunction were dismissed, leading to a Supreme Court application for judicial review. Ahead of Parliament's swearing in, the Clerk of Parliament formally informed the House of the injunction. Yet, Minority Leader Alexander Penyomakin, speaking for Kumi, said he was ready to face any legal consequences, referencing the Ascent North case involving James Jachikweson.
The member may decide, may elect to participate, but in doing so, I'm drawing attention to Article 105 of the Constitution, and I will read. A person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an enactment of Parliament.
I have the instructions of my respected colleague,
elect Honorable Ernest Kumi, and fortified by the precedents of this House, which precedence is dated 7th of January 2021. I simply, Mr. Chairman, the member so desires to proceed to be sworn in and to also participate in the election of the Speaker and bear the consequences himself.
Kumi was later convicted of contempt by the High Court, and a bench warrant was issued for his sentencing. Despite this, he attempted to make a statement in Parliament, prompting resistance from the NDC.
And we caution him in this House. We said, look, there is a court order restraining you from being sworn in. If you refuse and you allow us to swear you in, you will be held accountable. And he said, yes, he's ready to be held accountable. Now he has been held accountable by the courts, and he wants to come and use this Parliament as a shield. Mr. Speaker, it won't happen. This side will not allow that. We will not allow him to make the statement on this floor, because he has been convicted by the courts. At least he should go and file an appeal. He should file an appeal. He should seek to state the execution of the orders of the court. Then we know that due process is being complied with. Mr. Speaker, I want to indicate clearly that if you insist and admit this statement and you allow him to make the statement, this side of the House will wash our hands off and then we'll walk out and leave you to make your statement. We'll wash our hands off because we don't believe in undermining the judiciary. We don't believe in undermining the rule of law. We will not join you to undermine the rule of law.
His legal team swiftly appealed the contempt conviction, arguing the High Court lacked jurisdiction. On June 11, 2025, the Supreme Court overturned the conviction in a 4-1 decision, quashing the bench warrant and halting the sentencing. His legal team hailed it as a landmark victory.
Court dismissed the first two, and then granted unanimously the third one, which third one also borders on the contempt, which the court, they were asking the court to vacate the ruling on the contempt, which the court actually obliged them and then granted same. And so essentially, per what we heard from the Supreme Court, the petition stands, the matter would go on unabated.
Still, the NDC insisted Kumi was not a legitimately elected MP and vowed to pursue the case further. Despite the legal clout, Ernest Kumi remained active in Parliament, engaging in debates, making statements and fulfilling his duties as MP until his sudden death on July 7, 2025.
That was a brief profile of the late Member of Parliament for Akwatia, Ernest Kumi. This has been our coverage of a visit by the leadership of Parliament to the home of the late MP. My name is Nana Tufo Boate. Many thanks for your time. Stay with us here on Channel 1 TV as we bring you more updates regarding this, the demise of the late MP, and of course, what the NPP has been saying regarding Ablekuma North.